Hey, what's up, guys? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 24th. It's November. My birthday's in a couple of days, and even though I don't celebrate my birthday, I have been sleeping outside, and every single night it has been freezing. So even though I can't really necessarily afford it, I sprung for a hotel for 2 nights out in the desert. I'm on the West Coast right now, and something just popped up. And this applies to something that I had mentioned to you not too long ago. Let me remind you. Okay, guys, as you can see, it's nighttime. I'm in a very, very shitty hotel room right now. This was $42. And I got bad news. I got bad news on both levels. I don't want to be making videos at this time of night. I don't want to oversaturate the internet with fear. But here's a video message from a YouTuber I've followed who's been on YouTube as long as I have. He's been on YouTube for over a decade. This guy does not sell wolf tickets. Now, you know what? I'm just going to let it run.
Hey, this is Brian from Survival on Purpose. I'm sorry for the dramatic title and thumbnail. I promise you this is not clickbait. I have some alarming and concerning news that I just learned about that I really need to share with you. And just if you've seen the channel before, you know that this is not the kind of video I make. I've got over 2,000 videos. I've never made a video like this before. But I really have some news I need to share with you. And I think it's important that you hear this. So no intros, no sponsorships. I'm going to get right into it. So I had a conversation with somebody very, very recently that is in the position to know they work for a federal government agency that has to deal with our security of our nation. And basically the news is they told me what they could. There are people and groups in place within the borders of the United States right now with plans to do some major terroristic or mass casualty type events, disruptive events.
Okay, do you remember that? He was talking about there was a bunch of cells all over the United States, and they were going to do some sort of massive terroristic events, etc. I want you to remember that Thanksgiving is in a couple of days, correct? It's Thursday. My birthday is the 27th. Sometimes it falls on Thanksgiving. I don't know when Thanksgiving is. It's the 28th or the 29th or whatever. But I told you about this warning. I looked into it, and then I got contacted by a couple of dudes that can't use their names. They can't use their names. I mean, how pathetic is it that our mainstream media is so fake that federal agents that are actually trying to do their job as an American federal agent and protect the country can't go to the mainstream or can't go to their bosses. They have to go to YouTubers, man. They have to go to influencers. Well, we haven't heard anything about that. We didn't see anything happen at any of the big-time voting events, whatever. But then this just happened. Governor Abbott has issued an executive order to protect the state of Texas from the People's Republic of China and Chinese Communist Party's malicious espionage operations. Blah, blah, blah. I'll leave links to this if you want to read this, but here's the actual executive order. It was signed at 9:00 a.m. by a child, apparently, on November 19th, 2024. So 5 days ago, this was signed. And what this is going to do is allow them to go around and actually start rounding up these bad guys that somehow infiltrated. Nobody knows how they got here. I mean, the fact that the administration that just started World War III, because they just started World War III, that's going to escalate. That is going to make its way to American soil. Americans don't care. Other YouTubers don't care. Influencers don't care. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody seems to care. The government, the mainstream are all saying World War III. And now we're hearing that Russia has these hypersonic missiles that they're shooting that we can't shoot down and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the entire thing they're talking about is UFOs, UFOs. Well, I'm going to do another video first thing in the morning. It's only 6 o'clock Nevada time. And I'm going to sleep after this because I'm getting up early because I got to get on this. There's a lot going on. They're saying that Russia's got hypersonic missiles that we can't mess with. Well, here's the deal. 9/11 was by George Bush and his buddies It was a thing called Project Hammer. The alien scientists broke this down ad nauseum years ago. Nobody seems to remember it anymore whatsoever at all. But they're talking about hackers. Hackers. These guys are groups of hackers that are threatening our water supply, our electrical grid, this, that, and the other thing. Does anybody remember The Simpsons literally talking about Remembrance Day? Where every Thanksgiving they remember the great blackout? They're going to go after these guys, and one of these cells is going to slip through the cracks somehow and cause, they're either going to hack us and knock out our juice or do a mass casualty event. And what's a better time of the year? What's the best time of the year to mess with America's infrastructure? Thanksgiving, Christmas, when just about nobody has to work that day. So all these places will be wide open, and these guys can get in here and mess with absolutely everything. So I had to tell you this. This is absolutely crazy. But so much crazy stuff is going on at one time. It's unbelievable. Like, we are literally looking down the barrel of it right now. This is no more, it's coming. It's a matter of when. I firmly believe with everything in my soul that Trump will never make it into office. And it doesn't matter if he does, because Trump's one of them. I don't understand this. I don't understand the great delusion the strong delusion that's taken everybody over that somehow think that Donald Trump is a Christian, that he's here to save America. He's going to do all these different things in 4 years. Do you know how slow government moves? You know what I'm saying? And he's partnered up with Elon Musk, who literally just got permission in Canada. You know, Canada, the country that's done 47,000 assisted suicides. Yeah, he just got permission to do the neural lace. It's not a neural link, okay? I have a Starlink. This is a neural lace. I've been talking about this since 2015. 2015, we were talking about this on live streams, man. If they're saying they're putting one in somebody up in Canada now, it's already done. It's already done, man. You know what I mean? All this thing is some ultra possession device that allows someone to talk to the other dimensions 24/7, 100%, full speed, no two ways about it. So take this for what it's worth, because this is what they're saying. The People's Republic of China, North Korea, Iran, Cuba, Russia, Venezuela, all these people have snuck into the country, and they're afraid they're going to be engaging in all sorts of different things and blah, 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 where they can knock out the power, they can knock out the electricity, they can do all this stuff. I'll leave links to this so you can read this all yourself. I don't feel like it because I don't need to read all of this. I know what, I have already skimmed over it. I do know what the deal is. So now they're basically saying they're going to go after these guys. So once they go after this, so if this was all real and not seriously, this just pisses me off, man. If they're going to go after these terror cells that somehow snuck into the United States and no one knows how, this is going to be the excuse for why things get knocked out. And I've noticed that it's really cold out, and the signs in the sun, moon, and stars, I don't know if you're like me, but every single night I'm looking at the sky, and I'm running non-stop, never-ending night vision at the sky all night. There's all sorts of wacky stuff going on up there, man. Signs in the sun, moon, and stars. The fact that the skies are turning red in Florida, red in Minnesota, it's just absolutely insane. But that's something we've seen before because NASA sprayed the skies, remember? They were spraying lithium into the sky. Lithium ingested by a human is way worse than barium, strontium, and aluminum. But it sounds to me like they're prepping the skies to get ready for an alien invasion and World War III. World War III will get rid of a whole bunch of people. It'll destroy America and break her down because they're done with her. America's an empty trash bag. You know what I'm saying? That's why, here's another thing. Gosh darn it, the Pentagon failed their 7th audit in a row. So every single year for the past 7 years, they have lost trillions of dollars. Do you remember last time that happened? Remember when they had to answer for all that money? What happened the very, very, very next day? They came out and said, we don't know where $2 trillion is. 9/11. You know what I mean? So, what to do? Do what I've been telling you for years and years and years. Be ready. I am so sick of going any place you go get gas, check into a hotel, go into a food store. Everybody is walking in and out of the stores looking at their phones. They're standing in lines looking at their phones. Nobody has any awareness of what's going on around them whatsoever at all. So we're just a nation of victims waiting to be had. At any rate, links will be below. You might want to check this out because this is par for the course, and the timing is impeccable. The best time to hit America's infrastructure: Christmas, Thanksgiving. And the Simpsons have been right a hell of a lot more than they've been wrong. At any rate, Richie from Boston, excuse me, I'm out.